in this current crash is going to continue, or we're going to see a rebound. I'm going to give you a technical analysis on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, altcoins, the stock market, and so much more. So stay with me until the end of the video, guys. Very important. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. We post one video every single day. This video, guys, brought to you by our partner, BLOFIN, the best non-KYC exchange. Also, I would like to remind you, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a humble trader. So don't take anything I say as financial advice. Please do always your own research. Guys, we basically had a crazy drop from 110,000 to 102,700. And the reason that's they basically told you right now is about Israel attacking Iran. But what is actually quite funny is that they are telling you about this. They're telling you that this was the reason. But if you actually have a look, for example, in my VIP group, guys, in my Discord, on the 11th of June, 2 days in advance, I was already talking about a correction. You can see everything here, everything documented. On top of that, many liquidation 105, 106. In my opinion, we're going to probably go down to these levels. Of course, the war, the strike, how you want to call it, probably made the situation worse, and market makers took the advantage. But at the same time, guys, in the VIP, we already knew what was about to happen. And look at the results of my members, guys. Look at the results. I want to show you, for example, Yuval, 474%, 217. Then I go Callum making like 14, 8%, 94 for Shellcats, 43. Then you go myself, 23, 68, 14. Then we go Bryle, 114, Walter White, 100%, guys. Those are real results. And you can see that everybody was shorting. Everybody else, 98% of the traders were like, oh, we're going to go to 150K. We said the complete opposite with the proof here. Again, guys, we nailed the market. So the choice is yours to continue, to be uneducated, to go randomly, just to follow the crypto gurus who basically told you that we were going to 200,000, or you can come and join the VIP group, guys, where we have trading calls, we have Bitcoin analysis every single day, we have education section to learn how to trade, we have spot trading, long-term, short-term. If you're an investor, if you're a trader, this, guys, is the place to be. If you want to be serious about it, if you really want to make money in this space, otherwise, keep listening to the Moon Boys and all these people who are going to tell you that we're going to go to the moon. But now let's go back and let's talk about BTC and let's see where we are. And also, guys, if you want to join, there is a link in the description with a trader and also all of our trading results, everything documented over here. Now, BTC, guys, we basically are at this point. I'm going to go and load my charts from here. That's where we are. We basically were supposed, and I was telling my VIP group as well that I could have seen a rebound around 105,000-ish, and we basically went a little bit more down because, of course, the situation, like, with the escalation with the war, that's market makers want to be smart and they want to basically drop the price a little bit more. Now, what is going to be very important is going to be the following, and I'm going to show you in 1 second. As you can see from here, guys, we have an important level of diagonal support. Okay, we have a support here that right now we are holding. Okay, so in the next, I will say 1 day, 24 hours, what is going to be vital for BTC if you want to go and see more continuation to the upside, we have to hold this level. Okay, so if we're not going to be able to hold this level, okay, so you can see that we have a diagonal previous breakout here. Now we have a diagonal support. If we're going to go and break this level, then we're going to see more continuation to the downside. I'm going to show you as well, like, why I believe we could be seeing more downside to come, but stay with me, bear with me until the end of the video. So basically, that's the situation right now. We're now sitting at a very important level of support. We lose this one over here. The next level is going to be around 97,800. We lose this level 93,600, or even as low as a golden pocket, around 89,300. Okay, so BTC, if he wants to, okay, completely contrary what other people told you about, oh, we're going to go now to 200,000, I'll tell you that Bitcoin has the chance to probably continue down this way. And what is the reason for that? First of all, because of the war. Second of all, the Fed quite likely is not going to cut interest rates during the next meeting, causing probably more sell-off. And also, it looks like the BTC right now is forming what we call a double top, or even it could be like an inverse cup and handle pattern. You can see basically, you see the dome like that. You see like the little handle. And in general, when this happens, okay, that's the way you calculate. You go from here, take this part to this part, and then you bring it down. And it brings you exactly to this point around 91 to 92,000. So if market makers really want to be very cheeky, they could be pushing the price of Bitcoin down to 92K, and then I'm going to push it up again. And that's probably, in my opinion, is going to be like the worst case scenario. Again, guys, what I'm trying to say right now is we're not there yet. Okay, we're still basically holding up quite well as for now. Okay, so if you're going to have a clear breakdown of the structure, then I can see more downside to come, maybe something like that. It drop down, let's say, to 98, push up to 103 to 104, and then continuation down. But otherwise, if you're going to be able to go and basically hold this level, maybe it's going to be good to see more continuation to the upside. You can see right now we're basically hanging on a trade, guys. In the next, I will say, probably 12 hours, we had to be able to go and reclaim this area as soon as possible, because otherwise, this is going to be the outcome. We're going to see this, we're going to see this, and then we're going to see this. That's going to. So again, where are you going to go and buy? Well, there are going to be so many indicators that you can utilize that we utilize in the VIP group, guys. We have everything written here: where to buy, where to sell, the best points. So the choice is yours. If you want to go randomly, if you want to understand better where you could be going down to. But at the same time, I'm going to give you today a little bit of a gift. You can see that from here. This is like a liquidation heat map. You can see there are so many orders right now sitting around 101, 600, 101, 500. So I wouldn't be surprised if market makers, they're probably going to go and take this liquidity out, pump it up again, and then push it back again. Because remember, right now, guys, it's more likely that we are into a downtrend if we're going to lose this level. Okay? So we're still hanging, I'm not going to say quite well, but we're still hanging on a trade from here. Okay? You can see we're still hanging on this support, but if this one breaks and it closes below, it's not going to be great. Let's put it this way. Now, next one, guys, Ethereum. Let's have a look at ETH as well. I don't know how many times I said that ETH was probably going to go and retest this area over here around. Right now, from here, we go like 2,200, 2,300. I think I lost the count. I kept saying, guys, I don't believe this pump is probably going to do this. It's going to go down this way, and then it's going to continue higher. And that's what's happening right now. So if I have a look at ETH as well, what could be happening right now? Especially if Bitcoin is going to go and lose that the level I was talking about before, like around 103,000, then I could be seeing ETH to then go and feel the next level of Fibonacci retracement, probably in between 2,150 to 2,200. So you could probably be doing something like that, have a drop, and then it's going to continue higher. Especially BTC is going to have a good rebound around, let's say, 90,000. Sorry, not 97,000. 98,000. Okay, that's probably what I can see right now with ETH. And again, Ethereum, everybody else, we're going to go now to 3,000, 4,000. So where are all these people now? I really would like to see it. And that was actually makes me very angry is that, as I told you before, I was expecting 105,000 to rebound. Didn't rebound at all. So I was wrong on that. But where are the people who actually, they were saying that we were going to 3,000 and it was a guarantee. And now everybody just disappears, and so it's probably better just to admit you were wrong. And there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, if you are saying that you're so certain, you're very arrogant and say, oh, this is going to go to the level, at least say you were wrong, pretty much. But anyway, let's have a look at Solana as well, guys. So something that you have to pay attention here, very important, is the BTC showing like the double top cup and handle pattern, and many altcoins right now are showing a potential head and shoulder. So be very careful with that. So we have, for example, Solana showing like a head and shoulder here. Tau as well is showing like a head and shoulder, or potential cup and handle as well. It's showing like something like that, or this could also be a head and shoulder. It's a little shoulder, head, and the shoulder. Okay, so again, and I would like to affirm this point again here, in order to confirm a head and shoulder, we had to break the neckline from here. Once the neckline is broken down this way, then it's going to be the confirmation of a head and shoulder, which then is going to push the price lower, and it's probably going to go to $220 to $240. It's possible, okay? And this is probably called what we call the wave number 2. Okay, so you have wave 1, for example, into a Elliott wave pattern. Wave 1, then you have wave 2, for example, and then you have wave 3, bomb 4, and then you have 5, something like that. Okay, so again, macro wise, I'm not concerned at all, like zero concern. But at the same time, it's important to understand that this can happen. Okay, and also we have so many buying and selling levels, when I'm going to buy, when I'm going to sell, spot trading futures in the VIP, guys. Everything is going to be documented here. Next one I want to show you, very important. So Solana, as I said before, this could be happening, and I'm going to also show you a little bit more short term Solana. I'm going to give you a gift today just to show you the way you could also understand, like, how you can trade. Now, if you want to be, I would say, a little bit safer now with Solana. First of all, you can see very well that Solana is actually going into a, we call, descending channel. Okay, ascending channel, and then you got a descending channel from here. Okay, so you can see that starting from here is basically forming like a series of, I would say, lower low and lower highs. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So the next one probably is going to go maybe around here, 135, 138. Sometimes you can also help yourself with like a Fibonacci retracement. You can see very well that right now the Fibonacci retracement at the moment, the golden pocket is sitting around 131. So if statistics can help you to really understand when Solana could be bouncing to, I would probably say that by the next day, Solana could be having a little bit of a pullback, maybe up to here, up to maybe 148, 149, drop again in the golden pocket area, and then have a more meaningful rebound, something like that. Okay, because usually whenever you break, I'm going to show you again, but whenever you break a head and shoulder, like in this case from here, okay, so you got the neckline from here. Once you break it, okay, you go down this way. In general, it tends to go up again a little bit, and then it's going to complete the head and shoulder, and then it can start to move up again. But like I always said, be careful here, because this has to break down. Okay, and I'm going to show you why it could be breaking down as well, probably today, for a few reasons. Now, let's also have a look, for altcoin season. People are asking me all the time about altcoin season. I don't know what to tell you anymore, guys. I really don't know what to tell you. I basically drew this pattern. When was that? On the 11th of June. And I said, go and watch my videos. Everything is documented, guys. In Freedom Trading Academy, everything is documented. So there is nothing to run anywhere. I said that we were here, and we had to break this resistance here before continuing higher, and we were at a risk of seeing a rebound from here to see a rejection. And look what happened. Boom. Perfect. Okay. So very similar to Solana. That's what I could be expecting right now. We have, as I said before, a potential head and shoulder. Okay. So we can get our Fibonacci again. We can grab it from here. You can see that the next level, 770 billion. So there is a chance that the total free market cap, which means like, all the market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, it could be going down to here and then have a nice pump to the upside. Okay, so if it's gonna go there, to be honest, it's gonna go to this level, guys. I'm very bullish. I'm happy. I'm gonna buy the dips because macro wise things are looking very, very good. And also remember that weekly wise, okay, we're talking about now short term, but longer term right now, and I'm gonna show you total free is forming. Let me get it from here. Okay, so you can see a little bit better. Total free is forming a potential inverted head and shoulder. Maybe the 3 days you will understand better, but from here, okay, so you can see that we have shoulder, a head, and a potential shoulder. So even if it's going to go down to 750 billions, guys, I'm not concerned at all. And as I said so many times, we were here, I said, if this one doesn't break, we are not going to go anywhere. But at the same time, whenever you're touching the trend line, the resistance for lots of times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eventually, he's going to break it. And then when he breaks, he's going to rip hard. Okay. So I guess if I had to guess about macro wise, what I would say is that probably we're going to have a short term correction if you're going to have one. Because I said before, remember, the 5th of November, not just kidding. even when you have a head and shoulder, right? Like in this case here, you have to break the neckline. Okay, so if you don't break this, if it's gonna stay here, it can easily bounce like that. Okay, so don't put your hands forward straight away. Oh yes, I head and shoulder done. He has to break first, and then you're gonna have the continuation. And what you can do, you can basically short the retest of this head and shoulder. Okay, so again, we talk about all of this in the VIP, guys. If you want to come now, very important today to discuss before we finish is going to be also the stock market, guys. The reason why I'm a little bit how do I say I'm thinking of like more continuation to the downside is the fact that the stock market hasn't corrected at all. And I showed you, I don't know how many times this. I think I show you like probably 7 8 times in the last week. As I said before, stock market was basically going to have a correction. I don't know if you saw that, but I was basically showing that. And I'm pretty sure, but it's quite likely that if today, like the U.S. market is going to open, the S&P might have a sell-off, because of this war situation, which is not priced in. So what we might see probably from here, the S&P is going to be that it's going to go down to here maybe 5,800, and it could initiate a little bit of a short-term pullback. Now, something I would like you to remind you so much. I kept saying this. I kept saying that we should have seen a more meaningful correction, something like this, and then like this. And again, this is going to be healthy. Okay, so and I can tell you that straight away that if the S&P 500 is going to have a correction and it's going to go down to here, all of these influencers you find on the internet, they're going to tell you the bull market is over. Now we're going to have a bear market and all these kind of things. And that's what I'm going to buy. Okay, so even looking at these guys, this looks like a inverted head and shoulder. Now we could be printing the right shoulder, which then, of course, could be helping us to continue to the upside. Last one I want to have a look as well, guys. DXY as well. I kept saying, careful that the DXY is about to bottom. Whenever DXY starts to pump up again, that's not good for crypto. And look at this now. We're forming like a double bottom. If it's going to continue, we're going to go back to, I don't know, like 103, 104, something like that. And then of course could be putting pressure on crypto and also stocks. So guys, that's it for today. I haven't got anything else to say apart from that we were right again. Lots of satisfaction for FTA, for my company, and also for my VIP members as well. That's we've been doing very, very well. But otherwise, I wish you a great day. Let's see how things are going to go tonight. We're going to be ready to buy the dip tonight if he's going to give us a dip. But otherwise, you have a great day, and I'm going to see you tomorrow for another day. Take care and see you soon.